Turn on your light.
Turn on your light. Turn on your light.
Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Victoria Yoosuff. Today I want to quickly encourage you guys to overcome depression. How to overcome depression. And this also in a way can help you reduce your BP. I've never had BP before, so this is a disclaimer, but I know that when you are able to overcome anger and depression, when you are able to make yourself happy, know how all the BP issues also will gradually reduce over time. So that is exactly what I am sharing with you today. Okay, so number one thing I would want you to do is know the reason why you are being anxious, why you are being depressed, why you are being discouraged. No matter what it is, no matter what is going through your mind, the problems that is around you in your around your situation or your location, whatever it is that is making you angry or anxious, whatever it is that is making you to think late into the night, try and find what the problem is. Try to pinpoint it. So in that way, you'll be assured, you'll be sure of what exactly is the problem. All right. Another thing I would also quickly want to encourage you to do is the issue of making yourself happy. Yes, making yourself happy. Find out those things that makes you happy. For me, one of the things that makes me happy is reading books. One of the things that makes me happy is reading books. So I make out time to read daily. Thank God for my father that encouraged me to read. Even when I had serious challenges pronouncing words and speaking, he also constantly causes my younger brother, my last brother, to read books out for me, and that has helped me over the years. So imagine if I didn't learn how to read, I wouldn't, maybe one of the reasons I'm happy now will not be there, right? Another thing that you can do when you're having serious challenges in maybe overthinking, you are being anxious for something, is to listen to music. Now, quick one. I'm not talking about all these jaga jaga kind of songs that makes you maybe tensed, angry, and things like that. I'm talking about worship songs, Christian gospel music. Well, you know that I'm a Christian and I love singing. I'm even in the choir, right? But it's very, very important to go an extra mile to listen to songs, deliberately listen to gospel songs, because they have a way of soothing you and making you relax. So imagine if, one, you already know what the problem is, you know what you can do to make you happy. For me, I said mine is reading books. Another thing that I do is to listen to music whenever I feel agitated, anxious for something, a little scared here, a little worried there. I just read a book, or I do listen to gospel music, worship precisely, and I will just lie down and just try as much as possible to let those worries go. It has helped me over the years, and that is why I'm sharing it with you today. Another thing that I know can help you overcome stress, overcome anxiousness and depression is mixing with the right crew. Mixing with the right group of people goes a long way. It's not just being in a crowd, because everybody knows that you can be in a church, you can be in a party, you can be in a school or a hall full of people and yet still be very, very bored. All right, welcome back, guys. We've been talking about how to overcome anxiety, fear, and depression. A whole lot of people are having BP issues. A lot of people, even people of 20 something years old, 30 something years old. Back then, we thought it was something that happens to people of 50, 60 that are kind of close to the grave, sort of. But these days, it's alarming the rate at which people are constantly having BP. People are constantly agitated because of the news, because of the things that is happening around them, maybe because of the economy, the inflation rate of things. And that is why I'm here to share with you some of the things I know that can help you overcome all that. I know singles also are coming down with depression. And that is why I needed to share this, because a lot of people from time to time, they keep saying they went to check their BP and it's 180, it's 200 and something. And that's why I felt I should share with you some of the things that I know has helped me over the years. And I did say that I am not a professional. So if your BP issue is high, your BP rate is high, or you're feeling stressed, you're having depression of any sort, please find out the root of the depression and also seek medical the proper medical treatment. Okay, don't just assume that you have it all under control. Don't assume that maybe just listening to music alone can take away all the stress. There might be deeper things that you need to talk with a coach or a medical profession, somebody in the medical line that can help you, okay, go through some steps and medications and all that. But the most important thing is for you to find how to be happy. And I said the things that helps me to be happy is reading books. I love reading books, and so far reading books, listening to music, and mixing with the right set of people can help you overcome depression or any sort of other sickness like stress. When you mix with the right crowd, okay, they can help you, encourage you, they can push you forward, they can help you laugh and let out all the stress in your body. You can even go for a massage. If you are married, you can ask your spouse to massage all your shoulders and your joints, and before you know it, all the stress will reduce. And if you are single, you could go to the spa for a proper massage, or you do the other things I've said. Number one, um, find the roots of that depression or that anxiety that you're having. Number two is for you to do something that makes you happy. Do something. If it's reading book, if it's going to the studio to do videos or snap pictures, to go to a party, listen to music, write a book, whatever it is that makes you happy. Okay, if it's eating, although I don't encourage it, so you don't become very obese, but some people find joy in eating a whole lot of meals. Okay, so if that makes you happy, you could try it if it helps you, but at least as much as possible, do what makes you happy. Just yesterday night, my family and I went to look for lemon. My children were coughing, and then we went out, and this our road in Biaji across Kubwa, right, is really really messy. So what we did is we took keke, and the keke was kidding serious, as in the keke, instead of going a straight line, was just like turning like this, as if the person riding it doesn't know what he was doing. But instead of us to be worried about the road, I'm saying, oh God, which kind of horrible road is this? Why did it rain? Why this? And making a whole lot of tension on ourselves, grabbing all the negative things around and becoming sad or fearful. We were laughing like crazy. In fact, when we first entered the keke with my three kids and my husband, initially my husband was like, should we go home? This is a wrong thing. Oh. We could have either wait, or maybe he alone should go, or only me should go. I said, no, we're going to do adventure. And all of us entered that tricycle, which we call keke over here. So we entered, and it was crazy. It was just an adventure. So whatever situation you find yourself, make sure that you find a way to appreciate God and laugh about the situation. That has been what has helped us so far. Even when we discover that there is no food in the house. I think I've shared this before. There was a particular time we had only 1,000 naira, both in cash and in the account. The last 1,000 naira we had. And then one of his bosses, my husband's bosses, requested him to come to the office, come and collect a check for the previous work he had done. So when like, okay, my husband concluded that if I went to the place, that because I'm a female, his boss will likely release the cash or release the check, okay, so that he won't stress me. And so I left all the whole way from Kubwa down to town with the last 1,000 naira we had, with no food in the house. Do you know what we did? On getting there, the man started saying some stories, you know. At the end of the day, he said I should go and check his accountants in the office. I was like, yes, this our little plan is actually working out. So we went ahead, right? We went ahead to go and see his boss. But on getting to the accountant's office, she started telling me story, you know, the account that has money, the check has finished. The account that does not have money, the check is available. So I called my husband. I was just laughing that day. I was like, seriously? The last in my mind, though, I didn't explain anything to them because I don't really like explaining things to people. In my mind, I was just like laughing. The last 1,000 naira both of us had, we used it to I used it as transportation there, and the last money is like about maybe 500 or something just to bring me back home, and we're desperately in need of that money. And I was just busy laughing. The accountant said, madam, why are you laughing? I said, no, you don't understand. I know where I'm coming from. So I called my husband. I said, see, Begeo, these people said there's no money on ground. What do we do? And he just said, okay, collect the check that doesn't have money, that they said until Monday, and that was Friday, till Monday before they will put the money in that account, and we have to wait for their call. So he said I should collect the check, and that's what we did. You know, when I got all the whole way down to Kuban, I had no money left. I used the last 500 naira to get back to our house, and when I got there with him, we just hugged each other and we were laughing. As if we were laughing, we're like, thank God though that we don't have more than one child. If we had like 5 or 6 children, what are we going to tell the children without food, without anything? So what we did, we just prayed that night and, you know, drank water and went to go and sleep. But over the years, all the other challenges, all the other things we've had, we constantly find time to laugh over it. Even yesterday, when all other keke people and the passerby were like, what's wrong with this keke? You want to follow these people? You want to do this? In fact, there was a woman and an elderly woman, like a grandma, and her daughter that was by the road. They were so shocked. They just like they